Hello, I'm going to show you how to get your timeline started on Timeglider.com. I'm actually going to do the first point with you. We're going to talk about Democritus, and so if you want to pull up this website and do this alongside with me, feel free. I will pause it at important points to give you a chance to fix up your own timeline. So if you want to go ahead and do that now, please do. Alright, but I'm going to get started. This is what your screen will look like when you log in after you sign up. And you're just going to go ahead and click Create Your First Timeline. And you need to give your timeline a title. I'm going to call mine The Evolution of the Atom. But of course, you can come up with a title as creative as you'd like. Okay, next you need to think of a description. I'm just going to make mine simple and say the history of the atomic model over time. Again, you can be as creative as you would like. Okay, now for focus date, this is where the timeline kind of starts when you first look at it. So we need to pick a day way, way back because as you will find, lots of these experiments and things that helped develop the model of the atom happened a long time ago. So I'm just going to type in, instead of clicking the back button 1,000 times, 1900 and today's date. That's okay because that will change eventually. So we type in 1900, pick OK. Alright. Don't need to fill anything with time. Now since we're beginning our timeline with Democritus, who did his work in like 400 BC, we need to pick a much bigger level for zoom. Okay, so we're going to scroll down and I recommend going 1,000 years. It won't get everything on, but it'll give you enough space. Okay, now this is your choice. If you want to decide whose developments were more important than the others, you can click to size events by importance. I am going to just uncheck it and put everybody at the same level. I recommend leaving this the same. And one thing that you do have to do is make this a public URL so that I can look at it and grade it. So make sure that you check this box at the bottom here so that you, once you're done with your timeline, will have a public URL or a website that you can send me a link to and I can view your timeline. Once you have all these settings done, you can click Save and then we'll move on to the next one. Okay, the next one is creating an event. So you will click Create an Event. This will automatically pop up once you finish the initial properties. And like I said, we're going to start with Democritus. So we will type in his name. Okay, now here's the very tricky part, and you only have to worry about it for Democritus because he's from a long time ago. For the date, to make sure that it registers as BC, we need to type in negative 400. And then that will read as BC when we put it up. Now, for a description for Democritus, using the custom Google search, you'll find information about your scientist. So I found that Democritus is a Greek philosopher considered to be the first person to suggest that all matter is made up of smaller particles. Democritus called these indivisible and indestructible particles atoms. Okay, so this is enough information. This is the type of information I'm expecting you to put. You don't need to write an entire paragraph, just the very important things that the scientist you're including did to help develop the model of the atom. Now, one thing I do want you to do also is include an image for your scientist for each one. Now, it can either be an image of them, or as you get into further into history, when more experiments and discoveries were happening, you might find more diagrams to help explain your point more. But for Democritus, I'm going to use an image that I have downloaded to my computer. It's just an image of him. So what you're going to do is leave this on lane. Now I'm going to go to upload. You can also, as you see, copy and paste the URL for an image from the internet. But I have an image of Democritus here. So you will say, you can upload from your computer by clicking here. And you can go down to choose file. And here is the picture of Democritus that I have. And it is uploaded. I uploaded it twice, but yours will only appear once. So then, once you have it selected, you can click Add to Event. And then if everything else is fine, you can click Save. Well, let's see here. For date display, I'm going to click Year. And if you want to change important, that's fine. Timeline's one of one selected is fine. And you will click Save, and then you will have your first event. Now, to add another event, which you're going to do on your own, you're going to click here, the arrow next to the title of your timeline, and just click New Event. And then the same window will pop up and you'll do the same thing. Now make sure you'll have to change the date, and you'll write your description for that scientist, and then you'll include your image for that scientist, and you'll do it until you are all complete. You've included everybody you want to include, and I will post another video for you to show you how to get me the link so I can see your amazing work. Well, thank you and good luck!